Hey guys, this is Lauren from My Something Beautiful Life, and in this video I want to talk about some of the new ERIN CONDREN products that have recently come out, specifically the new A5 journals. I guess they're all guided journals, and then I also have the vision journal to kind of flip through. So before I get started, I just want to let you know that sometimes I do receive free products from ERIN CONDREN to review or for specific projects. So while this video is not actually part of a specific collaboration with them, you should just know that in the past I have gotten free products from them. I use ERIN CONDREN products because I love them, and all the opinions that I give are my own. Additionally, the links I provide below for these products are affiliate links. This doesn't change your shopping experience at all or your prices. It just gives me a small commission if you make a purchase after clicking on one of the links. The products that I'm showing today are all ones that I have purchased myself. These were not given to me for free. So the ones that I have today that I want to talk about, I have the Hello Kitty, I believe it's called the Joy and Kindness Journal, something like that. I have the Budget Book, the Wellness Log, and then the Goal Setting Journal, and then the Vision Journal, like I said before. So let's actually talk about that one first. So this one actually came out a little while ago. This one's not quite as new. I just thought this was really cool. So you get to choose, there's like 3 different colors you can choose from. I chose, I think it's like a turquoise, or yeah, probably turquoise cover, and then it's got silver foiling on it. And then inside of it, it's got some little prompts where you can just like reflect and think about what kind of goals that you want to set. And then let's see, once you get into the main part of it, you have a bunch of these pages, and most of the notebook is comprised of this. Like if you flip through it, like this is just what it is, which I think is kind of cool because it's very much like what it says it is. It's a vision journal, so you have space that you can do a vision board here. You can put pictures on, you can draw, you can write quotes, whatever inspires you. It's got room to put that on that side. And then over here you can explain a little bit about it, what your vision is, what it means to you, and the plans of action that you have to implement it into your life. And so it's pretty simple. It's not a very in-depth goal setting journal or goal setting planner, but I like how it just kind of gives you something to go back on for your motivation. So if you have your goals somewhere else, like in this one, or like I use Power Sheets too. So if you have your goals in a different goal planner, then that's more of a planner. This really just seems to me like a place where you can kind of just put out how you want the result to look like and remember why it's important. It's just something to go back and look at when you just need a little motivation. So I think that's pretty cool. Oh, after, let's see, it flips to, there it is. Okay, so that much of it on this side. This is all the vision board, vision planning pages. Then the other half of the book is just notes pages. There's some dot grid and some lined. So, oh, there's even some blank in here. So you got plenty of room for just any other notes that you want, but I just think this was really cool. And so I'm excited to see what I can do with this. I did a vision board for my Power Sheets a week ago, last week, probably just a week ago. And I just really loved how it turned out and was thinking how I want to make more vision boards. So this would be a good way to take each of your specific goals and turn it into a vision board that you can go back and have something very directed towards that goal. Anyway, so there's that one. That one's a little bit different than these other ones, but I just thought it was fun, and so I wanted to show you. So here, let's do them one at a time. So again, here's the goal setting one. Oh, and another thing that I want to point out about these A5 ones, I'm so excited. The covers are all removable, just like all the other ERIN CONDREN covers. I'm really hoping that this means that they're going to come out with some A5 covers, like even if they just took the designs that they already had and just made them available to put in the A5 design or the A5 size. I'm just super excited because I think that would be so much fun to, especially to even have notebooks like this. I'm really hoping that they come out with a daily one. Like they have the daily Petite Planners. I think it'd be really cool if they came out with a daily version in this size. I'm hoping next July, maybe. July? No. July is when they start. They launch in April or May usually. So when they come out with the new designs and all the new products for their mid-year launch. So anyway, I just think it would be really cool to see some more of these. They have 6 of them right now, I think, 6 different versions of this A5 notebook. And so I can't wait to see the other ones that they come out with, and really hoping for more interchangeable covers because I love the covers. Like, that's definitely one of my obsessions from ERIN CONDREN, is having the interchangeable covers. Okay, so getting into the actual journal. This one is pretty similar to the Petite Planner. So if you've had that before, I think there's a little bit more of this prep work beforehand, which is kind of cool. There's another vision board thing. And then you do get the tabs for the month, and each one changes color. So that's kind of cool too. And they're blank, so you can write your own month on them or use stickers or however you want to do it. But this one, I feel like the inside's pretty identical, if I can remember correctly. I don't have one of the journal ones to show you right now. I have looked through it before, but from what I remember, this is pretty much the same. I think the only difference is that I think those are made for 6 months, and I think this is for a full year's worth. Well, in theory, it's got 12 tabs. It could be 12 different goals, or it could be 12 months worth, depending on how you want to do it. So the first page that you get is breaking down your goal and the small steps that you want to take. This page I love. I think this is a great way to take the goal, the result that you want, and break it down into actionable steps to actually move towards what you want your result to be. Then you get into these goal checklists, and there are 5 of these spreads for each tab, which to me seems like you should have 1 per week, especially since there's 7 boxes on each page. I'm thinking that it kind of seems like they want you to have 1 box per day per month, or for the month, like each tab is a month. I'm doing an awful job of explaining this. Anyway, that's how it seems to me that they're trying, that they want it to be set up, but they left it flexible enough that if you wanted to do it differently, because maybe what you did was do this as a bigger goal, something that would take longer than a month, and then you could actually just use each of these boxes as you work on it. Maybe you're not working on that goal every single day. Then you have all of these different boxes that when you do work on it, here's your daily tasks for that's what you're going to do that day to get closer to that goal. So in all honesty, like, you could split it up by months, or you could just split it up by goals. Personally, I feel like there's too much room here. I wouldn't even know what to do with all of these pages for most of my goals. I love the concept of it. I kind of feel like I almost wish there was a little bit more structure on these pages, and that it was, well, it's tough because I like that it's flexible to work for various situations, like depending on how you want to do it. So that much I like about it. I feel like this is a lot of days to be working on some goals. I mean, I understand there are some bigger goals that they might take this long. They might need this many steps, but usually I feel like a lot of the goals that we have, they probably don't need to be broken down this drastically. But that is just my opinion. The concept of it, I do like. I just don't know how to execute it very well. So anyway, so you flip through, there's the 12 different tabs. So there's the 10 there. They each change color, which is kind of fun. I love it when they change color for each section. All right, and then at the end you have a little reflection tab. You have accomplishments, completed goals, habits developed, things that you learned, things that worked well, things that didn't work well, celebrating, looking ahead. So it's kind of cool that there's the reflection section of this. You can look back on what you've done and make changes based on how it worked. And just taking time to acknowledge that you made some progress, because that's pretty good. Sometimes when we're working in little steps, it's hard to see that progress. So I love that whenever they have like a reflection type section, because I think it's important to go back and acknowledge what we have done. And then at the back, they have some goal setting stickers that are bound in, which is really cool. I love that. And then you just get to the end of the journal. So that's the goal setting journal and my thoughts on that. Next over here, we have the wellness log. This one again, I'm a little torn on, but for a completely different reason. So for the goal setting journal, I feel like by making it into a thicker book with more pages, I think they had potential to do more with the sections. With the wellness journal, or the wellness log, I should say, I actually wish they would have kept it the same way as the Petite Planner. So let me grab the Petite Planner because I want to show you the differences between the two. Okay, so here's my wellness log that I've been currently working on. So let me show you this one first. So again, it has the removable cover. I'm not going to take them off because apparently it takes me a long time to get them back on. Okay, so again, at the beginning you have some instructions. Then you go into a sort of prep work, which I really like that they have added this because I'm pretty sure there's not a whole lot, like this gets pretty detailed and I'm pretty sure this one does not do that. Okay, so here we have this little starting point page. Yeah, and then it just goes into the weekly spreads. So this is the only prep work. Oh, you can't even see the whole thing. Okay, this is the only prep work that you have inside the Petite Journal one, which I understand. They're limited on room and they wanted to fit 6 months worth into this planner, and so that's probably why. And obviously I utilized this page very thoroughly before starting. Not at all, because mostly I like this for tracking. But let me show you what's in the new A5 one. So again, you have the, oh, let's see, where to go. So there's the instructions. You have your starting point, and it's more of like a journal type thing. It's not so much the facts, like your measurements and clothing size and any of that. It's more just like what it means to you and what you want it to look like. Then you get your values and how your values apply to your health and wellness. And then it has a goals tab. You can do a goal brainstorm, which anything brainstorming or brain dumping I am obsessed with because I love just getting things down on paper. That's just how I think. It has to go on paper, otherwise it stays in my head and nothing happens. And then you get into a few goal pages. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4. So you have room for 4 different goals, which for wellness, I think that's pretty adequate. Most people wouldn't need more than that. So you have your goal, why it's important, how it aligns with your values, which goes back to the prep work that you were just doing. Important dates, some action steps, and some smaller action steps. So this is a nice breakdown for what it is. I'm really happy with this. I love that they included this and they gave you room for multiple goals. So that's really cool. I like that they utilized the ability to put in more pages that way. Create space. What you want to create space for, ways you can create more space, giving yourself permission and getting support. And then you go into the months. So this is just a line notes page. Here you have your wellness goals for the month and how you're working towards your wellness goals this month. So you have that at the beginning of every tab. Now, this is where I'm a little, I want to say disappointed. That sounds too harsh, I think. But I kind of wish it had been set up the same way as, let's see if I can get to a blank one. The same way as the Petite Journal. So here you have all of your meals on this side. I'm trying to keep it open. And then on this side you have your movement or activity and some just habits. It's pretty basic, but I feel like this was enough room for the week for how I would track. This one is a little bit more thorough, I want to say. You get a page for each day. You have your focus, your food log, a big box for your movement and exercise, self-care, and then daily tracking. So there's a lot that you could do on here. I don't know that I personally need this much space for what I would want to track here, for what I would want to track in a journal like this. But that being said, I have been thinking about it, and I might actually try to use this as a more intensive start to being healthier. This is just a 3-month planner. There's only enough pages for 90 days approximately. It's got 3 tabs in it, each one for a month. And so if wellness is something that you want to be very dedicated to and very involved in changing, this would actually be really good. I think there's a lot of space here that would give you room to track the things that you would need to track, and then at the end of the month to be able to go back and reflect and see clearly what happened. Now, that being said, I actually think I would have preferred if they had done this for a whole year, like some of the other ones. Like the goal setting one has the 12 tabs. I think they could have made this a year-long planner and done all of the pages like the Petite Planner, and I would have been thrilled with that. In fact, I thought that's what it was when I was getting it. I didn't pay enough attention, but I would have been happy with that. But I do think that there is a place for this if this is something that needs to be focused on. So putting it in that context, I can see why they would want to do this as an option. However, if you don't need something this detailed, then the Petite Planner is always still an option. They still have multiple versions of this. I think I have 3 of them. So you have some options to choose from. You could still use the Petite Planner if you like this layout. However, if you need more room, then this one might be good for you. So anyway, you have the month of that. Oh, I forgot even. So after 7 daily ones, you do get a weekly reflection page, which I do think is cool. Again, I really love it when they put in room for reflection so that you can make adjustments and improve the direction that you're going in. So I like that. And then at the end of the month, I think I counted that there's room for 5 weeks worth. I don't think they do it like 30 days. I think they actually do 5 weeks per month. So you'd probably have some extra pages. Then at the end, you have a monthly reflection page. And I like this little tip right here. It says, has it been over 4 weeks since you changed your movement exercise routine? It might be time to tweak your routine and increase the weights or try new things. And I think that's actually a really good point, because when your body gets into the habit of doing the same exercise over and over again, then I think it tends to get bored. It just gets too easy. So it is good to think about changing it up sometimes, like after a while of doing the same thing. It's nice to give your body some variety. And then you move into the next month and it's all the same, just different colors throughout all of the months. So then at the very end, you have a notes page. It says celebrating the progress. I'm pretty sure that's, oh, there is more. Okay, so weekly reflection, looking back on the past 3 months and looking ahead at what you want to work on, celebrate your progress. And then there are some notes pages for, I actually like using notes pages for reference type things. So if you have a certain exercise routine that you like doing a lot, it might be cool to print it out and then just glue it in here, because then you can just reference it easy. So I kind of like note pages for that, but you can use it for anything that you might just want to have at the back of your wellness planner. And then at the very end, you do get another sheet of stickers. So that's fun. And then it's just the end of it. So that's the wellness planner. The next one I want to show you is the budget book. I really like the way they did this one. First of all, rose gold coil is beautiful, and I love the foiling on it. This is another 12-month one, so you have the 12 different tabs. You have the instruction page, big picture goals, and then it just jumps right into the month. So this is the first page that you have every month. You have important dates. I think I would actually use this as like a monthly bill checklist, that everything I have due that month, I would probably just write it down. I'm not using this as my calendar, so I probably don't need to write down things like that. I could even write down birthdays, things that if I'm buying a birthday present for somebody, that might be important to have in my budget planner, but I think I would keep it more bill related. Then you have the 3 circles here that you can use however you'd like. I think a lot of people use them for goals, but again, it's just flexible space. You have future purchases, future bills, and savings goals. And again, if anything doesn't work for how you want to plan with your budget, cover it up. Use whiteout, use little scraps of sticker paper, whatever you have. Like, you don't feel constrained to have to use it the way they have it set up. This is yours. Make it whatever would work for you. Okay, so I'm going to flip to this one first to show you, just because this, well, I can show it to you. I have started to set up how I want it to be used. So I want to show you a blank one, so I'm just going to turn to this one. So this is how the budget page looks. I like that there is some flexibility to it. They didn't fill in each of the items, which I am so grateful for. I hate it when planners fill in what they think your bills will be, because I don't have a lot of bills that people normally would have, and I have some really random ones that a lot of people don't have. So I'm glad that they didn't fill in the actual columns. However, they did fill in the headings, which, again, those are easy to cover up, and I probably will cover up most of these. I'm not going to go into too much detail about how I plan to use this. I have a whole nother video going over all of my planners for 2021, but I do just want to show you a little bit about what this looks like. So you have these different categories. You could use them however you like. You have a spot for income, savings, and there's debt down here, and then you have some blank ones on both sides, and food, entertainment, transportation, housing, utilities, and health. And then at the bottom you have total income, total expenses, difference, and total savings. So that's what you get for your budget page each month. Then what you get for the rest of the month are the spending summary, spending tracker pages. So you have 6 pages total. So there's 2 on each page. You could use it as one running list, or I like to divide them up with different bank accounts, or like one for cash, one for one bank account, one for credit card, like however you want to do it. Like, you can divide them up between different things, or you can just do it as one big running list. So the flexibility for that is there. And again, if there's something different that you need to track, change the titles, because you can make it whatever you need it to be. So that's, I mean, this is a pretty basic one. That's all you really have. So you have like this overview page, your budget page, and then your spending trackers. And you have that for 12 different months worth. And then at the end, let's see. So after the last one, you have the 12-month check-in, where it just has some journal prompts that you can work through just to see what your progress was. And then you have a tab called trackers. You have a savings tracker, 2, 3, okay. A debt tracker, and I'm guessing there's going to be 3 of them. There's those. And a wish list tracker. And this could be used for things that you want, or it could be used as like gifts too, although I think there might be a gift one in here. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so there's the wish list ones. Special occasion budget tracker. So if you have a holiday or birthday, there's some budget pages for that. Nope, and then that's it. Okay, and then it goes into some note pages. So that gives you some flexibility. So it's a pretty basic budget planner, and that's actually what I like about it, that it doesn't have a lot of, I won't say structure, because it does have structure. It doesn't have too much. So if you have a simple budget that you're working with, this might be perfect for you. And then again, at the end, you have your sheet of stickers. So that's kind of cool. So that's the budget book. And then the last one that I have to show you is the Hello Kitty one. This one is very much a journal type thing. I almost want to compare it to like a wellness, self-care type journal, just because of the prompts that are in it, but we'll get into that. First of all, I just have to say, I am obsessed with this cover. It's so cute. I love the foiling on it. I love the back. Well, I love Hello Kitty, and so pretty much anything with Hello Kitty I'm going to be obsessed with. There's the inside. I think everything in this planner is just so cute. They did a great job of tying in the Hello Kitty theme, And even the whole point of this journal is very much Hello Kitty, because Hello Kitty is all about kindness and love and joy and everything happy. So then moving in, the first thing you have is defining kindness and defining joy. And then it just goes right into the monthly tabs. I'm assuming these are for months. First of all, because it says this month's focus. And just the way it's set up, it's almost like daily prompts. So here is some weekly reflection from last week, and then it goes into day. So there's a little date thing at the top, moment of kindness from today, and a moment of joy from today, and then a little spot to journal. And then each day seems to be a page, and there's just different types of prompts throughout the whole thing. And you could put in pictures, you can just write, you can draw, you can do whatever you want. I just love that it's kind of just open. And if something doesn't even really, like if that's kind of like not the direction you want to journal from, use it however you want. Like I've said 100 times already, just cover up whatever you don't want to use. But I think this is just a super cute journal to be able to use. And so again, you have another week's worth. So it is kind of set up like on a weekly basis. And it's just got the different prompts, and it changes color. The prompts are pretty much the same, but they change like throughout the days. So each week I think is pretty much the same. So not a lot changes throughout the whole thing, but I just think this is really like a good way to journal, especially if you're having trouble getting started journaling. Then I just like how the pages are different. They're kind of asking for different things. Like this one kind of looks like it could be just a bunch of pictures that make you happy. Or if you wanted to draw something, like it's very open because everybody journals in a different way. And so I like that there's different options for how you can record memories and like how I was kind to myself today, because that's kind of something that's important to do, is be kind to yourself. So once you're making a conscious effort to do that, it's kind of cool to have like reminders like this. Flipping through to the end, I think my coil's kind of messed up because it's like not turning very well. Okay, so then you get to the end of the month. Oh, that's different. Oh, there's a 3-month reflection too. Okay. So at the end of the 3 months, you do have some more prompts that you can go through and answer about kindness and joy. And then you get some note pages. And these are seriously the cutest note pages ever. I want a whole notebook of Hello Kitty note pages, because that's super cute. There's some blank ones. How fun are those? Okay. I think these pages are just so cute. Again, I'm obsessed with Hello Kitty, and I'm probably acting like a 4-year-old, but I love this. Okay, so then I don't think this one has stickers in the back, actually. If I can get the pages to turn. Yeah, there's no stickers here, but I love this cover, and I just thought the whole book was really cute. And so that's the last one I have to show you today. I hope this helped kind of give you an idea of what these are. I really am excited about these. I'm excited about the potential of what this could mean for ERIN CONDREN, because I love coiled books. And I think there's just so many possibilities now that they've started this of what they could create with this A5 book. I love the size of it, just like I love the size of the Petite Planners. I think it's a good amount of space to write. It doesn't feel too small, but it's not so big either. Like it could easily be carried around, and I'm just really happy with the way these books turned out, and I can't wait to see what else they come up with. So like I said earlier, I will link everything in the description box below if you're interested in purchasing any of them. And if you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, because I'm happy to answer anything I can. I'll also put my referral link down in the box. So if you've never purchased from ERIN CONDREN before, you can get a $10 credit or coupon. You can get $10 off, I should say that. You can get $10 off your first purchase if you sign up through that link. And what that does is that does give me $10 credit too. Those credits I do use to purchase products sometimes, and so I'm grateful for that because then I get to show them to you. So thank you guys so much for watching today. If you like planner videos, I would love it if you subscribed and liked this video. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.